with our lesson today.
Yes.
Alright, so today we'll be learning about Chapter 6 Periodic Table, Part 1. I believe it is one of the major requests from the Form 1 students because I'm sure you guys are having trouble with this chapter because we actually for my era we actually learned this during Form 4. But for KSSM, you guys are a bit special and you guys are quite smart. That's why you guys are learning this in your Form 1. Okay? So without further ado, let's proceed. Okay, so 6.1 we got classification of element. Okay, to make this simple, you can imagine the element as like a fire element or like water element. That's what you guys heard before, right? Like sand element is like a one type of thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain in details relate to our science syllabus. Okay, so first thing, what is element? Element, it is the simplest form of substance. That means it cannot be divided into more simpler substances. For example, this is not related to our science, but just imagine this way. For example, you got fire element, right? We cannot divide fire into like a small fire or like a big fire or like a mini fire. We cannot do that, right? Because it is just the simplest form of substance already. We call it as fire. So this is the element. So same goes to our science. We got oxygen. For example, you got oxygen tank, right? What is inside the oxygen tank? It is the oxygen molecule, right? Oxygen gas. So it is the element. It is the element, oxygen element. Okay. So moving on with the third point, we can see only one type of atom in an element. That means you can see all this whole oxygen element now we only consist of atom. Can you see? Oxygen atom. This one satu bulat ni kita panggil satu atom. Okay. So example, we got iron, we got oxygen, we got hydrogen, we got aluminium, carbon, and copper as the element. Okay. All right. Next, what is the compound? Okay. So compound, it is actually consists of two or more elements. That means, wait, hold on. That means, for example, we got oxygen, and iron together. So we call this as, if these two tambah sekali, kita akan panggil apa? Kita akan panggil compound. Tapi kalau satu-satu ni saja kita panggil element. Kalau dua tambah, kita akan panggil compound. Okay? So this what does it means as a compound? And it is combined chemically. This is the keyword, chemically, not physically. Physically, that means you just campur iron and oxygen, you just campur like that. But chemically, that means you go burn them together. You put them together and you go burn them. So this is called chemical. Okay, not physically. Okay, this one we'll explain in details later. Okay, so this one we can produce in laboratory or a natural environment because it involves chemically. Okay, so for example, we got our salt. Our salt, it is consists of sodium and chlorine. So you can see two types of element here. What about sugar? You got three types of element because two or more, right? That means you can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 7. Yeah, that's like what does it mean by more lah? Okay, so for sugar we got carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen consist of. Okay, all right. Next, this one will be a quite troublesome topic for you guys because it is about the periodic table, right? Periodic table. Okay, to make it simple, okay, you have to know, this is your extra knowledge. Okay, extra knowledge for you. This is the group 1. Okay, so how do we see this? For in English we call this as a column, right? We call this as column, right? But in science we call it as group. So this is column 1, which means group 1. Column 2, group 2. Column 18, group 18. Yeah, so this is how you categorize it. Okay, so the yellow color, as you can see here, is all metal. Okay, metal. That means besi lah. Besi, okay? A type of besi. Okay? And then this one, semi-metal. That means half metal. It is not a complete metal, okay? It's not completely yeah. So you can see just a few here, orange color, and you can see non-metal. That means bukan besi lah. Benda yang bukan besi. Contohnya air ke, oksigen ke. Oksigen tengok kat sini, oksigen kat sini. Helium gas, hydrogen gas. This is a bit special, this hydrogen gas. The blue color one are the non-metals, okay? So this simple method. Okay, simple, brief idea of how the periodic table works. Okay, and here we got inert gas. Okay, inert gas. This one you will learn further in your Form 4. Okay, just an extra knowledge for you guys. All right, so next we will proceed with atom and molecule. Okay, atom and molecule. Okay, as you can see, this whole thing is the atom. Okay, the atom. Okay, so you can see atom, it consists of three things. Okay, three important things. One is the electron, the red color one. The second thing is this proton, and we got neutron as well. Okay, and okay, so to explain, first we explain the outer layer first. So you can see this orbit. It's like our planet Earth surrounding its orbit, right? Like how we turn our planet Earth surrounding the sun. So you can imagine this as a sun, nucleus as the sun. This like the Earth. So how we surround it. So Earth is like the electron. Okay, electron, it consists of negative charge, that circle around the nucleus. So you can see the nucleus is here. Okay, so what are the thing consist of nucleus? Okay, what are the particles that consist of this nucleus? Okay, which is proton and neutron. They both, you see, they champo together. We got proton here and we got neutron here. Okay, so it became the nucleus here. So that means this neutron is a no charge particle. It is no charge. This one positive, this one negative, then this one no charge. Okay, neutron, that means neutral. Okay, all right. So for nucleus, we have an overall positive charge. Why? Because you can see here, nucleus. Why nucleus got positive charge overall? Because this neutron no charge one, but proton, they got positive charge. So it became the overall positive charge. Okay, for the nucleus. Okay. So for your information, number of electrons is equals to the number of protons. That means whatever number of electrons you have out here, it will be the same as the number of proton inside this nucleus. Okay. All right. So in a conclusion, atom is neutral because if you have same amount of negative electron, then you got the same amount of proton. That means neutral already loh. Tolak 6 tambah 6 equals to kosong. Okay. For example, you got six electrons and you got 6 proton. That means you got a neutral particle. All right. So molecule are neutral particle made up of 2 atoms. Okay. As you can see just now, this slide. Okay. Just I mentioned this is like an oxygen atom, right? But if these two oxygen atom they combine together, they will become molecule. Okay. So here we got oxygen atom as a single bulat. Tapi kita ada 2 bulat, ini panggil oxygen molecule. Okay. All right. So here we got the differences between metals and non-metals. Okay. These are the physical changes, physical differences. Okay. So for both metal and non-metals, they are both elements. Okay. But for the differences, appearance wise, metal, it has a shiny surface. Okay. That means you can see like besi ni kan, dia kan berkilat. So berkilat kat sini. Tapi untuk non-metal contohnya batu ni, tengok dia dull. Maksudnya dia gelap. Okay. So ductility that means the ability for it to pull. Boleh tarik ke tak? Macam rubber band. Okay. So kalau metal, dia ductile. Maksudnya dia boleh ditarik. Tapi untuk non-metal dia brittle. Maksudnya kalau kamu tarik, dia akan pecah. Okay. So untuk malleability, that means you can bend into a shape or not. Maksudnya kamu boleh buat dalam shape lain ke tak? Boleh bentuk dalam shape lain ke tak? Kalau untuk metal boleh kan? Metal kita nak bengkokkan besi tu boleh. Tapi untuk non-metal, dia non-malleable sebab kamu masa kamu bengkok dia akan pecah, dia akan rosak. So next we will have tensile strength. Tensile strength, that means the strength for it to withhold a certain weight. Maksudnya berapa berapa tegang dia boleh support satu keberatan. Okay. So untuk metal dia high sebab dia kuat kan, dia boleh handle benda yang berat. Tapi untuk non metal dia low sebab dia break easily. Dia senang pecah, dia senang nak rosak kalau kamu letak benda yang macam berat atas dia. Okay, so in a electrical conductivity wise, metal is a good conductor, but non-metals is a poor conductor. While heat conductivity, metal is a good heat conductor, while non-metal is a poor heat conductor. Okay, as you can see, for example, kita nak masak kalau kita nak masak guna kuali kan, kuali tu kan metal, so dia good heat conductor, maksudnya dia boleh menyerap heat dengan lebih cepat. Kalau kita nak guna plastik untuk masak, boleh ke tak? Tak boleh kan, sebab dia akan melt. So ini maksud dia macam mana kamu nak beza. Okay. Lepas tu kita ada density. Density untuk metal dia high, maksudnya dia berat. Kalau untuk non-metal dia low, maksudnya dia ringan. Okay. Untuk melting point and boiling point, metals high sebab dia susah nak melt dan susah nak cair. Okay. Tapi untuk non-metal dia low sebab dia senang nak cair. Okay. Okay. So for some example of metals, we got aluminium, and we got iron, we got copper, we got zinc. Okay, so let's see. For aluminium, it is malleable. That means dia boleh dibentuk, they're strong, and they're light. So, and they are gray and shiny. For your information, our aeroplane is actually made of aluminium. So it is actually very strong and light. Because you want to make it fly, right? Fly up high, we need a strong material and a light material at the same time. And next, we got iron. Iron is a strong, malleable, magnetic substances. Maksudnya dia boleh ditarik oleh magnet. And it is a good electric conductor. Okay, and it's grey in color. Saya percaya ni semua orang tahu lah. Ni iron ni apa. Lepas tu kita ada copper. Copper ni dia strong. Dia rust proof. Maksudnya dia tak senang nak nak rusting. Okay. Lepas tu ni ductile. Dia bends easily. Good electric conductor and brown in color. Ini dia punya karakteristik brown. Lepas tu kita ada zinc. Zinc dia strong, grey and good electric conductor. Okay. Okay, sorry. I've forgotten just now the rust word. It means I've forgotten again. Just now remember. Okay, never mind. We'll proceed. Okay. Non-metals. Okay, we got non-metals here. We got iodine, chlorine, carbon, and sulfur. Okay, for iodine, it is like black crystal, poisonous and antiseptic. For example, like when we fell down, we kan ada ni ada darah kan. Lepas tu kita akan letak sapu ni, iodine. Iodine dekat kita punya scar ni. Okay. Lepas tu kita ada chlorine. Chlorine ni greenish yellow gas. Ini karakteristik dia, greenish yellow. Dia bleaching agent, lepas tu dia poisonous juga. And then we got carbon, black, smooth, light, and the only non-metal that can conduct electricity. So ini yang penting lah. Ini yang dia punya karakteristik yang paling special. Lepas tu kita ada sulfur. Sulfur dia yellow powder, lepas tu dia poisonous juga. So if you realize, non-metal actually, most of them are poisonous. You can see iodine, poisonous, chlorine, poisonous, sulfur, so poisonous. Okay. Alright, so we got mixture. Moving on, we got mixture here. Okay. So for the first one, the definition of mixture. Okay, mixture, it is actually, I think most of the students, they will confuse between compound and mixture. Okay, so just now, as we say, compound, let's see, okay, compound, it is combined chemically, two or more elements that combine chemically. But for this mixture, it is two or more elements that combine physically. Okay, this one, two or more elements or compound, they mix physically. So that one is chemically, this one is physically. Okay, so example of mixture, okay, contoh lah dalam real life kita ada apa, air cincau tu maksud dia mixture juga, rojak juga, cendol juga, sebab dia different of element, mereka mix together physically, guna tangan saja. Okay, tak ada guna burning, tak ada guna apa-apa. Okay, so ni definition of mixture. Okay, so now moving on, we will be looking into the methods to separate mixture. Okay, so we got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got seven types of methods here. Okay, so we got filtration, distillation, separation using magnet, sedimentation, floatation, sieving, and chromatography. Chromatography will be a bit special. Okay, let's go. For the first one, filtration. Okay, the filter paper is, for example, here we got this very simple method. a real life situation, okay, the filter paper is separates the coffee powder from the coffee drink. Okay, maksudnya kita letak powder kat sini kan, lepas tu kita tuangkan air panas, lepas tu kita akan keluar kopi. Lepas tu ni filter paper dia akan halang ni powder daripada jatuh dalam kopi ni. Okay, so this is one example of filtration. Okay, so what when we will need to use filtration, it is when we need to separate an insoluble solid from a mixture of a solid and liquid. Okay, contohnya kat sini kita ada kopi air dengan kopi powder. Lepas tu kita tuang dalam ni, so kita nak air dia saja. Okay. Okay, next we got distillation. Distillation is a method used to separate a completely miscible liquid-liquid mixture that have different boiling point. Maksudnya, dua-dua liquid ni dia telah campur. Tapi dia ada different boiling point. Okay, dua mixture ni. Okay, contohnya kita buat perfume. Okay, so kalau kita buat perfume, kita akan guna method ni untuk dapatkan perfume dia. Sebab different, kalau liquid dia dalam ni dia campur kan, dia ada different boiling point. Maksudnya, contohnya kita bakar sampai 60 degree Celsius, perfume akan keluar. Lepas tu kita bakar sampai 70 degree Celsius, air ada substances akan keluar. Lepas tu 100 kita air pula akan keluar. So kita boleh guna method ini untuk control apa cair yang kita nak daripada whole solution ni. Faham ah? Kalau kita nak perfume saja, kita just letak api ni dalam 60 degree sahaja. Jangan letak sampai 100 degree, nanti air keluar pula. Okay. So next we got a separation using magnet. Okay, which is used to separate two solid mixture in which one substance is magnetic while the other is not. Okay, contohnya kita ada iron filling kat sini. Lepas tu kita ada sulfur kat sini. So dua benda ni kan solid, tapi iron ni dia metal. Okay, dia magnetic. So kita boleh guna magnet untuk dapatkan iron filling ni. Daripada campuran ni kan kita boleh dapat iron filling. Okay, next we got sedimentation method. Sedimentation method is a method used to separate a liquid and insoluble solid mixture. Okay, maksudnya benda ni macam sama dengan yang pertama lah, yang coffee powder dengan coffee air tu. Lepas tu kita tak letak filter paper, kita just biar dia macam ni saja, biar dia je. Lepas tu powder ni akan tenggelam kat bawah ni sebab dia ada higher density and insoluble in water. Contohnya kita ada sand and water. Okay, moving on, we got floatation. Floatation, it is a method used to separate soluble and insoluble material in water. Maksudnya, kalau ni oil kan, oil dia insoluble kan, lepas tu dia lower density, so dia akan float atas air. Lepas tu ni salah satu contoh lah. So kita boleh tengok baby ni macam mana dia float. Benda ni konsep yang sama. Okay, separate soluble and insoluble material in water. Alright. Okay, so moving on, we got this chromatography. Chromatography is a bit complicated for you guys as a Form 1 student, because I actually learned this during my college life. Okay, but never mind, I will just give you guys a brief idea. Okay, so this is actually a method used to separate small amount of mixture. Apa maksudnya? Okay, contohnya kita letak paper kat sini. Okay, kita ink spot. Paper ni dia macam paper special sikit lah. Okay, paper special sikit lah. Okay, lepas tu dia ada air kat sini. Okay, so kalau kita jemur kat sini, dia akan ada warna yang beza, dia naik macam tu. So kamu akan nampak dia punya color macam ni, sangat cantik, macam rainbow. Okay, so this is to identify any harmful food coloring present in our food. So you just have to know this first lah. You don't have to know the whole concept how it works, but yeah, you just have to know this used to test any harmful coloring present in our food. Okay, last we got sieving. Okay, sieving maksud dia kita sieve sand and gravel. Maksudnya macam tepung lah, macam kita sieve tepung. Kalau ada batu dengan tepung, macam mana kita nak separate kan? Takkan kita nak letak guna flotation ke? Takkan, sebab flour tu akan cair. So kita kena guna sieving method untuk dapatkan flour tu dengan batu tu separate kan. Okay, so I guess this is the end of my presentation. So before that, let's have a 5-minute breaks and we'll proceed with our question first, and then later we're moving on with this Q&A. Okay. Okay, so we have a 5-minute break first, huh? I mean, 2 minutes enough, I think. Drink some water, get some toilet break. Okay, so if you guys haven't had this handout yet, yeah, my assistant can help to send this in the comment section so that our student can get their handout. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, let's proceed with our question. Okay, so for the first question, we only have 2 questions today, so it'll be quite chill for you guys. Okay, so for the first question, we got this topic about classification of elements. Okay, figure 1 shows 3 shapes: circle, square, and pentagon. Okay, which represent atoms from different elements. Okay, boleh nampak kan? Okay, so we got circle here, we got square, and we got pentagon. Ni, yang 5 segi ni. Okay. So identify the combination of atom that represent a molecule of a compound. Okay, compound tu tadi kita dah sembang kan. Maksud dia combine the mixture of 2 or more elements combined chemically. Okay, so chemically maksud dia kita nak 2 elemen yang tak beza lah, dia combine together kan, barulah jadi compound. So kita ada apa? 2 or more kan. So kita ada A, kita ada B, kita ada E, kita ada G, kita ada H, 2 ni beza. Lepas tu kita ada F lagi, lepas tu kita ada M, lepas tu P dan juga N. Semua ni dia combine benda yang tak sama, nampak tak? Ni pentagon dengan 2 circle, ni square dengan circle. Okay, so next, molecule of an element that consists of 2 atoms. Okay, kita nak 2 atoms here. 2 atoms here. Okay, kalau kita nak 2 atoms here, maksudnya 2 biji benda yang sama sajalah, 2 biji. So maksudnya kita ada C, kita ada I, kita ada J, kita ada O. Okay, 4 ni saja. C, I, J, and O. Okay, next we got molecule of an element that consists of 3 atoms. 3 atoms. Nah, 3 atoms sekarang. Okay, 3 atoms maksudnya kita ada ni lah, pentagon. D, L, and K. Okay, so 3 jawapan ni. Okay, so you guys can have a screenshot. And then we'll proceed. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Is my screen moving? All right. Okay, I think my screen is doing fine, right? Everyone can see my screen. Okay. So let's see. Focus question 2. Okay, periodic table. Alright, so this is a bit challenging for you guys because for most students, you guys haven't learned this quite detailed yet. But yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys a little bit, okay, of it. So state the type of element for P and R. Okay, the type. They want the type of element. So this one you have to refer back to your periodic table. Okay. Kalau untuk ni, P ni, dia ialah show this one. Dia ialah ni. Periodic table. Okay. So tadi kan box kedua. So ni lithium. Okay, lithium kan. Dah ada lithium. So this one is the lithium. Okay, so P is lithium. What about for R? R kat sini. Yang last third row, lepas tu second last third column, second row. Okay, so kita tengok. Last third column, second row. So kita ada ni. Apa ni? Sulfur. Kita ada sulfur. So kita ada sulfur kat sini. So it is sulfur. Okay, so what are differences in physical characteristics of P and R? Different physical characteristic tadi kita dah cakap yang mana ni? Tunjuk balik slide . Okay, physical characteristics ini. Okay. Okay, so dia nak physical characteristics of P and R kan? So P tadi tu dia ialah lithium. Lithium dia metal. Lepas tu R ni dia non-metal. Okay, so apakah physical characteristic dia? Kita boleh cakap mana-mana saja. Tapi yang paling senang kita cakap dia shiny, ni dull. Ni yang paling senang sebab satu kan bersinar, satu kan gelap. Lepas tu kita boleh cakap juga yang apa? Electrical conductivity juga senang sebab ini good, ini poor. Heat conductivity sama, ini good, ini poor. Okay, so kita proceed. Okay, kita tengok. P has a shiny surface, whereas R has a dull surface sebab ni non-metal. R ni non-metal. Okay. So iron is a type of metal that has shiny surface. However, iron can rust easily. Okay. So rust ni maksudnya berkarat lah. Berkarat easily. So explain kenapa. Okay, so ni a bit out of syllabus tapi kamu boleh extra information lah. So kenapa besi tu berkarat for your information, it is because iron undergoes oxidation. Oxidation when in contact with water and oxygen. Maksudnya kalau ada oxygen, ada water, besi tu dia akan senang berkarat. Okay, so ini extra information lah. Okay, so untuk D, graphite is an example of carbon. What are the characteristics of graphite that can be suitable to be used as pencil lead? Okay, untuk pengetahuan anda, kalau kita nak test satu benda dia kekuatan dia macam mana, kita guna dua benda ni, kita rub against each other. Okay, maksudnya kalau kita guna batu, lepas tu kita rub against ni lead ni pencil lead, kita punya 2B pencil ni, dia punya mata tajam tu kita rub against rock tu, yang mana akan pecah? Yang pencil lead kan, sebab pencil lead dia lebih lemah, dia lebih mudah ni pecah. So batu dia lebih keras. So this is how we test the strength of a metal, of an element Okay, so this one is a fun fact. For graphite, it has low tensile strength. Okay, low tensile strength, that means dia senang nak pecah kan. So this makes it easier for the lead to break off and stick on the paper. So maksudnya setiap kali kita orang macam tulis dekat atas paper kan, maksudnya lead tu lebih mudah pecah daripada paper. Kenapa? Sebab kita rub against paper tapi paper tu tak pecah. Tapi lead kita orang pula pecah. Dia yang pecah pasal dia yang letak ink dalam kertas tu. So maksudnya kertas tu lebih kuat daripada lead kita orang. So kamu boleh imagine lah berapa ni low tensile strength of graphite. Okay, so ini sahaja kelas kita. So kita akan masuk Q&A session sekarang. Okay, so if you guys have any question, you may put down your question there at our comment section so we can see. If no question, then I think we shall end our class here. So thank you so much for joining us together here, and we'll see you later at 4 p.m. sharp for our maths session. Okay, so don't miss out our maths session. It's gonna be quite interesting today. All right, so we'll see you later. We'll see you again. Bye guys. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. Bye.